Is it time to overwinter my colossus? These are all transplants and they're so beautiful. Oh, they're gonna die. They are definitely gonna die. And I'm in zone 7B in Maryland. Now, I know all I have to do is maybe cut it off, maybe right here or down here and put it in some water. But if anybody on here have a better way to do it, let me know. Because I would love to have these again next year. I feel like I start over every year. But this is my first year with the different variety. Usually I just have the red ones and these. But this year. But what I did was I had them over here. And I knew they started to die. So you see how they kind of look crazy over here? So I did cut pieces off and put it over there. And look how over there is growing really good, nice and pretty. And my citronella, they don't like cold either. So anybody know what I can do with that? Can I overwinter, they call it? I learned that word last year, 2024. Overwintering. Yeah, I have a lot of citronella. If I can just take some of this inside. Yeah, and I think this is a seed. These are seeds. And then these are the color seeds, like that. That's the seed, like that. And I have some colors over here. And I just moved them and put them in different pots, and they survived. But we in zone 7B in Maryland. So a lot of these flowers, plants, I'm gonna have to bring inside. Especially that. And I already started bringing my wandering jewel inside, because I have so many wandering jewels. My wandering jewel over here. This was a strawberry tower. Now look at it. This was a strawberry tower. And I added a couple of pinches of this wandering jewel, and look how it took over. And I still haven't got any strawberries. I'm gonna put some on that. It was so heavy, I had it in that, and it wasted, and I started putting trash in that. But that's my chamomile. But overwintering, that's the conversation I'm having. And these are little clippings. I had these just on the table and I just threw it. I didn't even push it in real good. And they just take so well. These wandering jewel. But this right here, this is so pretty. Some colossus. Tell me, y'all, what should I do? I got one. I don't know the names. So I have one right here. This is beautiful. I have a green one. Of course I have this. This is my first. And I get this every year. I have this. And I have this one, which is different. And this one, which is a little different from that petal. And be back to that. And we got these. So I want to keep them, and they're starting to die. So I don't think it's that hot. I think it's only this hot because the sun, this is directly in the sun. But it's very windy. It's very windy. In my zeniths, I'm about to collect the seeds. That's a dead zenith right there. So I can collect the petals off that. Collect the petals off that. And I definitely can collect the petals off that dead one right there. But they are so beautiful. And they definitely will come back next year. They will come back next year. Just collect your seeds. Collect your seeds. And just like the nasturtiums. I hope I'm saying the word right. Collect the seeds. Look at that blackjack or whatever it's called. Pollinator. Yeah. They have plenty of seeds and they fall down. So here's a couple of seeds right here. I think I'm gonna keep them in here. These are seeds, and this is a seed right here. You see that? So look for your, look how beautiful this is. And they say you can eat these. I don't know if you can put it in a salad. So this petal here, you can eat them. I'm just not that fearless yet. That's a seed. So I'm not sure with the seeds. I just learned about the seeds this week, actually, on one of my social sites on Facebook. They said to get the seeds. I didn't even know it had seeds. But get the seeds and you can either bury them in the dirt of where you keep them at, or you can bring it in and save it. Do you wait till they get brown and fall off, or can you collect them while they're still green? That's my question. I have a lot of questions, but that is so beautiful. Look at that. That is so pretty. Let's hold it like that. Yeah. So all these seeds, and don't forget to collect your basil seeds. And wait till they turn brown. I done harvest this basil. I got basil everywhere. And I done took off the brown seeds. That's where the seeds start, right here. So once it starts turning brown, you can collect it and put it in like a brown paper bag and just slide it off. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah, once they have like a petal on it, flowers like that, you can, oh, no, well, that's my mint. I have so much mint. Look at all that. I need to harvest some more. But I have mint in a lot of my teas. And it's catnip. Down in there, it's catnip. But, oh, here's one. You see that? You see it real good. That's where the seeds are. They start looking like brown like that. So once it look brown, you just slide it up. And that's the seed. Let's see, I'm trying to get a good light. And so what I'm gonna do, I usually keep them in the bag. I already collected a lot of seeds. You see that? I already collected seeds. And I got so much basil. But everything has a seed. Just go and collect your seeds. Just like your zeniths. All that have seeds. It's seeds. Marigolds. Oh my God. I'm throwing away seeds. I got so much marigold seeds. Look at that. This is my compost. These are seeds in one pod. Look at that. There's one. I'm throwing away these because I got so many. But just get them and you just collect the seeds like that. See that? Put them in a brown paper bag, something like that. Let it just stay there and label it. Don't forget to label it so you won't forget what's in the bag. But I got basil everywhere. Basil, basil, basil. So I don't really need to collect any more basil seeds, and I don't need any marigold seeds. And yeah, and my mint and my lemon verbena, that produces a lot. So I have that in a lot of my teas also. And my lemon balm is in a lot of my teas. That's my lemon balm and my chamomile. I have harvested so much chamomile. And the mint and the catnip. And this is my kale. So what I do is I put it in a container. I know some people do little capsules, little small containers, and have them like that. But I put it in that, and then I'll dig it out like that because they'd be so close. And then I stick them in the ground. So this side is my collards. Actually, I was right in the middle of putting kale. Dwarf curly kale is going to be in this, and I just took out my basil, and so I was putting a little cow manure and fertilizer and worm casting in here, and I'm putting it in that one. I got spinach going, and this is my collards. This whole side is collards, and that's rosemary. Right there, rosemary. And this is collards. Look at that moth. Ain't no daggone butterfly, I don't think, no. All this is, this look like a kale. Looks just like a kale. It's supposed to be collards. I don't know, that's supposed to be collards. All that's collards. And I put kale all right here, and look at my collards right here, and my beans are on up. The purple, all these are black-eyed peas. Yep, this was time. That's when it looked like this time. I put a variety of different things in here because I had random seeds, so it'll produce something before it get too cold. I put my beans over here. I don't know what that is. I cut it down. As you can see, I cut it, but I want to figure out what that is. I know I can do Google and all this stuff. I just hadn't done it yet. So, and this is where my kale is gonna. The curly dwarf kale is gonna go right here. Oh, I got a tomato growing. Got one little baby tomato. It'll be a big boy if the weather let it do what it do. But this is where I want to have my dwarf kale. This is my dinosaur kale. You see the bugs. I sprinkled some 7. Oh my God. It got scorched a little bit. And I don't know why every year these little things right here grow. I move them. And so this is my flat kale right here. My kale. And so I got kale, regular kale, dinosaur kale, and I'm gonna put my dwarf curly kale. And I got collards on that side, all on the other side. And I just took up my tomatoes, pulled the vines over here. That's why I look kind of a mess. They were so high to start the tomatoes. So I still getting some cherry tomatoes. Have a few tomatoes growing over here. And these are onion. Look at these seeds. Don't forget to collect your seeds, you guys. Look at them seeds. That's either onion or garlic, something like that. And when the tomatoes and things fall to the ground, like that on the ground down there, it'll come back up every year. So over here is my tomato patch. So next year, I'll have abundant of tomatoes again like I did this year. This year I had about 50 tomatoes plants. I shared some with people, my neighbors and friends, and this is what I kept. But they did pretty good. Now the season is over. That's why I look crazy. Yeah. And of course I keep my basil and marigold because it's supposed to help with pests and rodents and things, and insects. That's what it say. And that's my basil again, but I put spinach right there. I put cabbage right here on 831 and a carrot. And this is my mullein. This is my mullein patch. But only one mullein is here right now. I did sprinkle some mullein over here also, since in the wintertime it just don't be doing anything because I don't really put anything in this area. So I'll have mullein growing hopefully, because I normally have it growing in this area. But over the summer only one survived. But I'll have more, just like I have some on the other side. And I did, this is my herb garden, kitchen herb garden. Parsley, thyme, I have cilantro. I did put a mullein in there just to see. Look how beautiful my collard is. That's ready to go into a pot. Look at that. And peas over there. And that's mugwort. I did not plant that there. I did not plant that there. I put mullein in there because it's wintertime. But look it up. Mugwort is good for everything. Has a benefit. Oh my God, I need to sprinkle some more 7. Look at that. Look at my, look at that bee. I got to, look at that. So you gotta spray. I gotta sprinkle some herbal bug killer. Look at these. These are called borage. These are beneficial. I use these in my tea. It's for stress and anxiety. Also, there's other uses too. And I just collect the petals. And that's my collards right here too. And my sage. And some green beans that's left over. Yeah, and I have another green beans here. And you see how these just pop off? Yeah, they just kind of pop off. So you can just put this in some water. Put it in some water and you'll end up having a big old thing of wandering jewel. So what I do is just take it in here. Don't even have to do it too much. I just stick it, and then it'll grow like that, or like that. Look at that. And I put sage in that. And then all my mints, mint, chocolate mint. I got about 7 or 8 mint that I grow, and I have that in a tea. And I have more chamomile. This is the ending of my chamomile for the year. It'll come back next year. All right, this was an unofficial, official Tina's Homestead Garden walkthrough. It started out with just talking about my cauluses. Yeah, I love those. And overwintering. This is supposed to be about overwintering. Oh yeah, this is the mullein. This is what I had it on. And the seeds from this must have fell in this. These are the seeds. They're so powerful. I love mullein. I had a chronic cough. That's my story. I had a chronic cough for 25 years. And because of mullein, that started my gardening journey. And I thank God for it. Because when COVID came, I couldn't just be coughing without an explanation. So, mullein helped. So, I swear by it. I swear by it. All right. Be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful winter gardening season. And don't forget to collect your seeds. What? I bought a new one. I don't know why I didn't put that one out. You'll see it in the next video. I bought a new one. All right. Happy gardening.